Well, friends, it's station WDWL TV located on Grumpy Vulture Boulevard. And we are a division of Grumpy Vulture Productions. And live from Studio A, it's me, the Grumpy Old Man. Guess I said that a little loud. Let's try it again. The Grumpy Old Man. Go ahead and laugh. Go ahead and laugh. Ah. You know, I had everything completely set up. I got the new computer installed over here. I got Google installed. I got Prism Live Studio installed. I go to install Prism Camera. It didn't want to install. I don't know what. Then I start up Prism Studio. Fire up the mixer, and I'm getting static. Checked all the cables, checked the mixer. I have discovered, for some unknown reason, all of a sudden, I'm having a problem running the mixer through Prism. So it looks like over here in Studio A, I'm going to have to stick with the old method of broadcasting on YouTube and then uploading to Facebook, because for some reason I can't, for the life of me, understand why every time I would speak a word, do a sound effect, it was nasty, as I would call it, over audio static. Like I had everything turned up past the max. Which I did not. A little too bright. Back it down. 1, 2. 1, 2, 3. Way too bright. 1, 2. So. Still seems a tad bright. So, all that work yesterday, I'm not going to say for naught. I'm just going to say I am so pissed off right now that and here's what makes no sense. No, no. Today was the first try with Prism Studio going through the mixer, because yesterday I did it the old way. Opened YouTube and then uploaded into Facebook. So it appears that Prism Studio is basically made for USB equipment, not the old school XLR mixer interface, so on. Yep. And it's a shame because I had a good feeling about everything working. So tomorrow I'm going to fire off an email to customer support for Prism and see if they can explain to me why, when I try to use the mixer, I'm getting over audio static. And for this dummy, Prism is the only streaming program that I can figure out. And you know, I watch an abundance of YouTube videos and I see Streamlab or StreamYard. Like everybody's using StreamYard. Some creators are using Restream or something like that. I can't figure that shit out. It just, I need like a tutorial from like a 5-year-old sitting next to me going, okay, Grumpy, push this, click on that. Honestly, I had Streamlab or StreamYard or Streaming Yard of Labs, Streaming Labradors in Yard, whatever. And I could not for the life of me figure that shit out. If someone would have put a gun to my head and said, figure it out or I'm pulling the trigger, I'd just say, hey, shoot. Although, I have to say, this Amoon, Ammoon, Amoon, Ammon, Amoon, Ammoon, Amoon. This Amoon microphone is outstanding. Absolutely outstanding. I mean, I'm, believe it or not, 10 to 12 inches away from it right now. Even though the Yeti X that I use in Studio B is a high-class microphone, I have to be almost on top of it. If I get on top of this one, talk about over audio. I did set up. It's actually behind the monitors and cameras, a backdrop light, just to experiment. I still have to mount the overhead, which I'll probably do tomorrow. And like I say, this camera is like a $25 camera on eBay. And the clarity is unbelievable for this cheap ass camera. And for the life of me, I'll have to look on the back. I don't know what brand it is, but one day I looked up streaming cameras with video light. And this is a little square, it's about this big. And it's got a video light around the outside, and it's got 3 levels. And there's like nothing to it. I mean, over in Studio B, I've got that fairly high-end Logitech, and it weighs 3 times what this. When I took this cheapie out of the box, I was like, this was a waste of money. But the camera that I had here took a shit. So I needed something in the meantime. Well, my buddy's son sent me another Logitech. Like I've got. The whole thing is, I've got this camera Velcroed to the mount. And it's positioned so well, I just figured I'll use it until it takes a dump. But for a cheap $25 camera, it's amazing. Okay. That sound effects board opened perfect today. This one, for some unknown reason, it's got like, I've got the volume, the media volume turned all the way up, and that's what I'm getting versus I think this tablet is slowly taking a shit. Now, the explosion is on my Amazon Fire tablet, my Fire 7. The other sound effects are on my LG. And I'm trying to think. This is a 10-inch LG that I got through AT&T over 10 years ago. It's got to be. It's got to be over 10 years old. So I really shouldn't be complaining. Yeah. They had this deal where at the time my cell phone service had gone to month because my contract was over. And they had this deal where if I renewed my cell phone service at the same price for another year, I got this tablet for $5 a month. And at the end of the year, I owned it outright for $60. Now, 10, 11, 12 years ago, this was probably a $300, $350 tablet. Because it was the newest thing out. So I really can't complain. But I'm complaining. My daily flyover, I guess. Some strange sound effects here.
Whatever.
It's about 60% volume.
You're jamming with the hottest disc jockey.
Can't complain too much for something that's 12 years old. Yeah. Got to be 12 years old. So, be my luck it take a shit tonight. Although I do have a backup Amazon 7 Fire tablet. I told you that story, didn't I? I originally bought this one. And for about 3-4 months, it worked perfect. And then for some reason, one day it disconnected itself from Wi-Fi. Well, then it wouldn't reconnect. No matter what I did, I could not reconnect the tablet to Wi-Fi. So I called Amazon technical service. Technical service, yeah. Tech support, same thing. Well, I'll tell you what. Their tech support is wonderful. First of all, when you make a call, you get a live person picks up the phone. You don't get one of them stupid AI generated answering systems. So I explained to the fella that answered the phone, I said, the other day, my tablet just disconnected itself from Wi-Fi, and I can't get it to reconnect. So he says, all right, power it off, power it back on. So I powered it off. He says, all right. enter this website. So I entered the website, and it was an Amazon tech site. He says, all right, download item number 3. Okay. Which was a patch or a fix or something. So when it completed the download, he says, power it off, power it back on. Okay. So he says, now try to connect to Wi-Fi. Would not reconnect. He says, all right, power it off, power it back on. I powered it off, powered it back on. Try to connect. Wouldn't connect. He says, well, evidently something has gone haywire. And I will ship you another tablet. Brand new, not refurb. Because this was a refurb. I said, okay, what do you want me to do with keep it? Okay. So about 4 days later, the new tablet arrives. And I set it up, connected the Wi-Fi, downloaded the sound effects that I wanted to put in it. Worked perfect. About 2 weeks later, I says, just for the fun of it, I'm going to try the old tablet. I powered it on, hit connect to Wi-Fi, goes right through. I said, oh, this got to be a fluke. So I disconnected it, hit reconnect, reconnects. Every single time I have disconnected from Wi-Fi, the next time it reconnects, and it's still to this day. So I called Amazon and I says, hey, you won't believe this. And I explained to him. I says, do you want the other tablet back? No, keep it. So I have 2 Amazon 7 or Fire 7, what are they? Fire 7 tablets, Amazon 7 Fire, whatever. So I use the new one as a backup now. But yeah, they just, although at the time he sent me the 7, they had replaced it with a 10. So I'm sure they were clearing the warehouse out of 7s. But that was 2 years ago, 3 years ago. 3 years ago. And this never misses a beat. Connects right up every single time. So I don't know if we didn't give the patch time to fully load in or what. All I know is I got 2. So if the LG decides it no longer wants to operate, I won't be too upset. But see, you can't get the Google Play Store on an Amazon tablet without jumping through a shitload of hoops. There's a whole process you have to use to kind of trick the tablet into accepting the Google Play Store, because I guess Amazon and Google weren't on the friendliest of terms. So I would have to go through doing all that in order to get the sound effects that I want, because they are not available on the Amazon app store. Never a dull moment. But I have to, like I say, call Prism in the morning to find out why I am getting that staticky over audio. That's the only way I can explain it. It's as if, I've got the input turned up over max, and it's like, speakers in a car when you turn the volume up full bore and they have that vibration. So I have to do the old system. Once I'm done here, upload this stream to Facebook. No big deal. I've been doing it before. It's just irritating as shit, because I wanted everything to work with Prism so that I could use those green screen backgrounds over here. Things for me never work the way they're supposed to work. Just saying. Keep hanging myself with the headphone cable here. But I am quite happy that I got the other computer over here. Got everything working. Well, 99%. Yeah, that little dipsy doodle computer is now powering what we have over here. What's this notice I'm getting from YouTube? Oh, nothing important. I wonder if this microphone has a mute. See, I have one. It's not. What is this one? Matter of fact, I'll show you what this microphone looks like. This is basically what a moon looks like. This one is a ITT or something, TTI. But see, on this one, if you push here, it mutes and unmutes. The only problem is if you mute, sometimes it doesn't want to come off mute. And then you got to shut everything off and turn it back on, and then it. So I don't know what the problem is, but plus it's a XLR. But that's what this looks like. I was gonna try to find a desk stand for it, make it look like, the microphones you see on broadcast TV, but it's working perfect. The old rule, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And it is an outstanding microphone. I mean, I miss this one, my golden microphone. That was the thing, Grumpy's broadcasting into his golden microphone, which is also an XLR. But this mic blows this one away. It really does. So, oh yeah, Grumpy's got microphones up the ass. I still have to test the minis, the dual minis. I haven't tested those yet. That might be something for during the week. But I think we'll call this sound check a go. And I will be back later on from Studio B. And with that, friends, I'll chat at you later. If I can find the mouse pointer. Oh, there it is. See you, bye.